friends, how are you doing today? My name is Aldona and I'm in Chicago. So since we are waiting for the rest of the attendees, please put your name and where are you from at the chat box. Today's class is gonna be about 4D foliage. Who knows what is that? Anybody? Before I start to introduce this technique, use the chat box if you have any ideas. Wonderful. So, who are complaining and that their lightning or any lightning, balayage, foils takes too much time and wish it's a little bit shorter? Put the thumbs up in your in the chat box. And wonderful. So who is ready to learn our newest, fastest and coolest new technique which gives you maximum dimension in such a short period of time? Are you ready? Put the heart in the chat box. Ooh, so many hearts. Amazing. Thank you again being with me this day, probably in your day off. So appreciate that we can spend this time together. And as we know, knowledge is power. It gives us more confidence behind the chair, and our guests feels more comfortable. And if we invest today in our education, it's gonna brings us a lot of benefits in the future. 4D foliage is our newest technique. It combines two words, foils and balayage. And balayage is open air technique, and sometimes we don't have enough lift as we wish. So not every guest is good candidate for this service. But using our new technique, when we use foils to incubate at the piece of the hair, it gives us as much lift as we can achieve. I didn't know this before. I struggle sometimes with the lift and with the placement and stuff like that, but right now I'm so happy that I know this technique and I'm using this most of my guests, and they are more than happy because the look is bright, it's a lot of dimension, and it's just beautiful. Let me introduce myself again. My name is Aldona, and you can find me on the social media as a Aldona Hair Addict. I've been in the industry since I was born. Yes, because I come from the hairdresser's family, starting from my grandma. I've been using Matrix products for so many years, but we're dating. Right now we got married when I became Matrix educator. Matrix is a great company founded by the Arnie Miller in 1980. He was the hairdresser and he decided to create environment for the hairdressers because nobody gonna understand the hairdresser better than other hairdresser. We have amazing mantra which comes from Arnie Miller. The mantra is think, believe, dream and dare. Always think outside of the box. It makes us grow. Believe in yourself and in your dreams, because if you can dream something, it means that you can do it. And dare to make mistakes. They are our lessons, opportunities. Never forget that one. And before we start to dive deeper into our new technique, there are a few little rules. Our class is gonna be around an hour. Please turn on your cameras. I would love to see your beautiful faces, but put yourself on mute so you can hear me better. And questions. There are not such a thing like stupid questions, because this is we can learn from each other that way, and take the notes. They are ground our learning. And this class is recorded, so there is no need to record. Are you ready? Any questions so far? Okay, so let's rock and roll.